confirm me about audio and video quality? If you're live, hi everyone. First of all, please confirm me about audio and video quality. I hope I'm audible. I hope video is also good. Let me check it once. Yes. We are good to go. So let's start today's session. This session is our orientation session, which will be live on our paid class as well as on our YouTube. Okay. So this is our official YouTube channel, and remember to do subscribe it if you're planning to give CIB December 25, because this channel is very important. Yes, through this you can get all your concept clarity, all your practice sessions, what type of exam pattern, again and again we are observing everything you can discuss, and you can see related to your CIB only on this YouTube channel. Yes, so let's start today's session. So as you know, now we have already launched this Officers Pro batch, and today we are starting our one of the important subjects, that is your ABFM. Correct? We have four different compulsory subjects in your CIB, and one is your elective subject. And this is your compulsory subject, which is your ABFM. Yes, so here I'm going to cover your ABFM. Now, if I introduce myself, my name is Aarti. I'm a chartered accountant, and here I'm going to share all my practical knowledge, all my experiences with you all, so that you can find this subject much easier. Yes, remember one thing, if you're just mugging up the theory part or any unit, that will not help you till your exam time. But if you're understanding, if you're knowing the concepts, yes, if you're practicing it, then you can remember those concepts till your exam, and even you can use in your practical bank. So that is what we will learn from this particular batch. And this is our conceptual batch. Yes, this is not your crash course, not your revision batch. Here we are going to talk about each and everything. Yes, from A to Z, we are going to cover everything in this particular batch. So let's start today's session. So the first thing uh, that I will share with you all, that is our CIB exam 2025 schedule for November cycle. Yes, just give me a moment. Yes. So basically, now for 2025, we have our last November cycle. Yes. So here, let's talk about your papers and about their exam date. So first paper will be of your Advanced Banking Management, known as ABM, on 30th November. Then second paper, that is BFM, Bank Financial Management, on 7th December. Yes. Then third paper is your ABFM, Advanced Business and Financial Management, your ABFM, which I will cover for you. Yes, that will be on 13th December. And fourth paper, PRBL, that is a Banking Regulations and Business Law, on 14th December. So this four papers that you can see here, that are compulsory for you. Yes, there is no options for you. You need to give this compulsorily. But your fifth paper on 21st, that you can see over here, you will get options. Yes, like rural banking, HRM, IT and digital banking, risk management, central banking. As per your field, as per your specialization, as per your skills, you can opt any one subject from this list. Yes, so this is your paper 5, which is your elective paper. Correct? So in this particular Officers Pro batch, we are going to complete all your compulsory subjects. Yes, paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. And here I'm going to cover your ABFM subject. I hope you got what and which subjects are your compulsory and which is your elective subject. Yes. Now let's talk about that important thing is that is your exam pattern. Yes, because you know already what type of questions are coming in your JIB. Yes, and JIB is much easier compared to your CIB. That's why JIB gives you one increment and CIB gives you two increments. Yes, so now you will see the exam level, the question level, every pattern that you are going to observe that is going to be different from your JIB. JIB is much easier. Yes, or you can say CIB is quite difficult compared to your JIIB. But one thing you need to make sure that you have your confidence with you, because for clearing any professional exam you require your confidence. Yes, I will take care about your concepts, about your theories, about your numericals, but what you need to take care here about your confidence, because if you have your confidence with you, you can tackle each and every exam very easily. Yes, and our target is what? Our target is to clear in our first attempt. Yes, so now let's talk about the exam pattern. So basically, the easiest exam pattern, that is your MCQ pattern, multiple choice questions, which you have observed even in your JIB. Similar to it, in your CIB also, you are going to see MCQ pattern. But the new thing you are going to observe here, that is your case studies. Yes, you will see the case studies, and based on that, you need to solve five different questions. Like in our school time, we used to solve unseen passages. I hope you can recall that part. The same in our CIB, we have some case studies. Yes, based on that case study we are going to solve five different questions, and all the case studies which you will identify, that concept is only from your books. Yes, they are going to use their concepts from your book and then they are going to frame it. That is what case studies, correct? Then without option questions means you will just receive the question without option. No options you will receive. You need to type here your answers. And majority of the times when we talk about without option questions, this is your numerical pattern. Numericals, generally they are asking through this pattern, that is without option questions. And one more pattern we have, that is numericals. Yes, numericals you can see in your MCQ pattern. Yes, they can frame any different fill in the blanks pattern, match the following, all these things they are using in your exam. Correct? So now we understood our exam pattern. Now the next important thing that we are going to talk about, that is your ABFM. Yes. So ABFM is your Advanced Business and Financial Management. ABFM is actually two parts. Yes, it is your two things. So, advanced business and financial management. Advanced business. We know business means where you are producing your goods, providing your services. Yes, that is your business. But now we are going to talk about advanced type of business. Nowadays, you must have heard about startups. Yes, now we are using AIs. Yes, chat GPT. Yes, Google, YouTube, how all these things are contributing in our business. Correct? Now we are going to see advanced form of business. You must have heard about sustainable goods. Yes, so what all these things are, how all these things are changing our business style. Earlier we used to follow some traditional methods, yes, but now we are using softwares, we are using AI. Yes, we are producing sustainable goods. Correct? Electronic vehicle. Yes, which is safe for our environment. Now, our main part as a businessman is not only to produce the goods or provide the services. Along with that, we need to save our environment. So that is what we are going to cover under your advanced business and financial management. See, as a banker, you have lots of responsibilities. Yes, because every day when you are dealing with the customers, yes, and if they are asking about loans or if they want to deposit something, you need to check few documents. Yes, and majority of the times when you are providing loans, you are checking financial management. Yes, you are checking their financials, how that company is managing their business. Yes, if you know that company is already defaulter, are you going to issue any loan? Not at all. Yes, you will just say no. We cannot help in that. Yes, you will just say no because you know it already that business is defaulter business. So you will never going to provide any loan. But on the other hand, suppose Ambanis are asking for loan. Of course, you will provide the loans. Why? Because you know their management, their financials are very strong. They are following some advanced business as well. So everything we are going to see under this ABFM. So if I sum up, yes, if I sum up your ABFM, it is the combination of your theories as well as your numericals. So ABFM is the combination of both the things, theories as well as numericals. Correct? So now if we talk about what are the topics and how much theory we need to cover and what type of numericals we have. So for that, now we need to talk about in depth about ABFM. So basically we have four modules. Yes, we have four modules under your ABFM. Correct? Module A, B, C, D. Module A talks about management process. Module B talks about advanced concepts of financial management. C talks about valuation, mergers and acquisition. D talks about emerging business solutions. So basically, here you can see four modules. Two modules are your theory modules. Remaining two modules are your numericals as well as theory module. See, for solving numericals, also we require theory. Yes, if you're not understanding the concepts, if you're not getting the theory part, how you can solve the numerical? Yes, so in numericals, you have two things, theories as well as numericals. So one by one, we will be discussing about each module, and I will tell you whether that module is your theory module or numerical module. Yes, next thing I will talk about that is weightage. Yes, that is about weightage, weightage about each modules as well. Correct? So let's start with the first module that is your module A. This is your management process. Now you can see this term management. Yes, every organization requires management. Without management, you cannot run your organization. We require management. Management is the one who is going to plan. Yes, they are going to take the decisions, they are going to make the strategies, they are going to appoint new employees as per their skills, as per their requirements. Yes, they are going to lead their team. Correct, they will guide you, they will help you, and they will support you, they will motivate you. So ultimately management is the one who is the backbone of your business. Without management, you cannot run your business. So as a management, yes, as a management, we have some process. Yes, what managements are actually following. So for that, we have some functions. You can say you have some processes. So that is what covered under module A. So under this particular module A, you have unit 1, that is the basics of management. So under this, you will see the introduction about management. Then, what are their functions? Yes, what are the functions of your management? Then, we have different contributors here. Yes, we have different contributors. We will talk about that. Along with this, we are going to talk about management approaches. You must have heard about that Maslow's hierarchy. Yes, X and Y theory, then Douglas theory. Yes, so all these things we are going to cover under management approaches. So these things we are going to cover under your first unit, that is your basics of management. This will talk about your management, all your introduction you will just see. Now, next unit you will see that is your planning. Yes, under this planning, again you will see first the introductory part. Yes, what is this uh, planning introduction? Intro you will receive, then their advantages, their disadvantages, correct. Then very important topic, that is MBO, management by objective. And this MBO is one of the repetitive topics from your exam. Then next you are going to talk about in environmental analysis, in which we are going to cover internal environment as well as external environment. Yes. So in under this internal environment you will see about SWOT analysis. Yes. Then in external environment you will talk about pastel. These topics are very important. So this is covered under planning unit. Yes, pure theory unit. Then unit 3, organizing, one of the lengthiest unit. But again, while reading this unit I will use some pictures, I will use some stories, so that you can retain it. And remember one thing, whenever we are completing any unit, we are reading the theory as per your IFBF, whatever they have provided. Along with that we are solving MCQs also, so that you can do your practice simultaneously. Yes. So now let's talk about organizing. See, now what is this organizing? Every business is having their departments. Yes, every business is actually having different departments like HR, finance, production, sales. Yes. So how we are dividing it, how we are identifying the hierarchy of communication, why Ambanis are always on top level. Yes, why lower level employees are actually working, why not they are taking decisions. So that is because of the hierarchy, correct. So that is what covered under organization. This organizing, how you're organizing your department. So again you will see here introductory part. Then you will talk about again that advantages, disadvantages. Yes. Then about the culture that you are following in organization. Then about the you can see structure. Yes, we have different structure. Then we have different types of organization. Then we are going to talk about the manuals that we are going to use in your organization, correct. We have some charts. Then along with this you can see about the approaches under this, in case some employees who are resisting this change, so how you will convert them. Yes, how you will make them to accept your new changes. So that is what covered under organizing. See, planning, organizing, all this duty is your is belongs to your management, correct. They are the one who will take care about planning. Yes, planning is about what, future or past? Of course, future. Yes. So who will decide it? Your management. Who will organize everything? Your management. Then unit 4, that is your staffing. Yes, unit 4 is your staffing. Now under this staffing you will talk about skills. Yes, the process, how to employ appoint any employee. You will talk about recruitment. Then how you're selecting anyone, and finally how you're providing them trainings. Yes. Finally, in your banks also you must have seen that in your probation period you were receiving the trainings. So that is your training period. Same in every organization, where small business, MNCs, banks, everyone is giving trainings. Yes. So that is what you are going to see in staffing unit. Then next is your directing unit. Now under this directing unit you will see who is your leader. Yes, how leadership quality, what leadership qualities we want under your leader. Then how your management is going to motivate you. Yes, how they are going to support your business, correct. How you can communicate in your organization. So there are different elements which you are going to cover under directing. And finally, the last unit is your sixth unit, that is your controlling. Means whatever plan you have decided, if you compare with your actual implementation part, if you if you compare with your implementation part, and if you find any differences or any deviations, how you will correct it. Yes, how you will take the corrective action. So that is what controlling. Under this controlling, we are going to talk about different types. Along with that, you are going to talk about techniques, how to control your activities if anything is not as per your plan. So this is about your first module, that is the management process. This module is your pure theory module, and majority of the time case studies you can see from this module only. Yes, along with this, if we talk about weightage, so this covers approx 25 marks. Correct? So this is your module A. Now, coming to our next module, that is your advanced concepts of financial management. Now, you are going to see so many similar concepts that you have already covered in your JAIIB. Now, this module is your theory plus numerical module. Yes, and if you talk about weightage, you can expect 25 marks approx from this module. Okay, so let's start with the first unit from your module A, from B, that is sources of finance and financial strategies. Now, if you want to run your business, you require what? You require funds. Yes, you require funds. Now, can you tell me what are the ways through which you can arrange your funds? Can anyone tell me what are the ways through which you can arrange your funds? Please tell me. What do you think? What are the options we have? No one knows it. What do you think? What are the ways through which we can arrange our funds for our business? You can use your savings. Hannah, generally, if I ask you, you can use your savings. You can use bank loans. Yes. You can borrow from your friends. Yes or no? Borrow from friends. So these are some common ways through which you can arrange your funds. But now, when we are talking about advanced concepts, means what are the advanced ways we have for arranging our funds? So that is what covered here. Though your answer is also correct, like loan, savings, borrow funds. Yes, all these are the correct way. But now when we are talking about advanced type of concepts, so what are the advanced ways? Like you can use here debentures. Yes, you can use here equity. You can use here preference shares. All these things are covered here, and how you are going to use these funds in your business. So basically, funds are used by your organization for what purpose? For running your business. Yes, for expansion of your business, for purchasing of any new machines, correct, for acquiring any new businesses. So these are the few ways through which you can utilize your funds, correct. So that is the requirement of your funds. So this is what again your theory unit, sources of finance and financial strategies. Now, coming to your next unit, that is a financial and operating leverages. Now this is important unit, and in each and every attempt they have asked questions from this unit, and this is your numerical unit. Yes, you will calculate three types of leverages, that is operating, financial, and combined leverage. So, for solving each of the leverages, we require formulas. Yes, so in this particular unit, we will be talking about this three leverages, how to calculate it. We will be understanding with the formulas, because see, in your exam you have your limited time. Yes, you have only 2 hours. In that 2 hours, you need to cover your theory, you need to cover your practical, along with some case studies also. Yes, means you need to solve around 100 questions within 2 hours, means within 120 minutes. So for that we require practice. Yes, if you want to solve 100 questions within 2 hours, you require practice. Correct? So we are going to do the practice of this numericals also in our session. That is the advantage of joining Adda 24/7, because we are just not reading the concepts, we are solving, we are practicing also. Yes, so this is your next unit, that is your financial and operating leverages. Then next is your capital investment decision. Now, in your JIB, you must have heard about that present value. Yes, present value, future values. Correct? We used to calculate discounting. We used to calculate NPV, IRR, payback period method. Correct? ARR. All these things again you are going to see in your unit 9, capital investment decision. But what is the meaning of this capital investment decision? See, suppose here if I take one example, suppose Reliance wants to start one business known as XYZ business. Yes, for starting this business, they will prepare some plan. Yes or no? They will make some strategies. During that time, they will do the analysis. Yes, they will do the analysis. What cost they are going to incur. Yes, how much revenue they are going to generate in the future time period. So if their cost is going to be greater than your revenue, that time Reliance will never going to implement that business. But as soon as here, if cost is less than your revenue, means from your profit side, if your cost is less, then of course Reliance will implement that business. Yes, so before implementing your business, we are doing some rough work. Yes, we are calculating roughly, we are expecting what are the future outcomes we can generate from this new business. So that is the decision we are going to take, whether to start new business or whether to reject that business. That is what capital investment decision is talking about. Then the same, similar to this ninth unit, you have your 10th unit, where we are covering capital budgeting for international project investment decisions. So basically, here we are talking about again the same thing. Capital budgeting means here we are talking about your investment decision only. But this time, our decision is going to be internationally. Yes, see, now you can see how easily we can import, export. Yes, because after globalization, liberalization, you can easily import, export. At that time, your Indian companies like Reliance, they can also set their business outside India. Yes, they can start new franchises outside India, but whether that is profitable for them or not, for that also they are going to calculate it before implementing their business. Correct? So that time they are going to identify what are the factors which will affect their business. Yes, because when you are dealing internationally, you have a greater risk. Now you can identify the factors like, you can see foreign exchange risk. Yes, political risk. Yes, country relationship risk, all these things. Then you will also identify the wars going on like in Russia, Ukraine. So based on that, how your business will be affected, everything you are going to calculate now. So when you are calculating your business which you are going to set outside India, yes, at that time you are going to use capital budgeting for international project investment decision when you are talking about outside India business. Yes, so that is your 10th unit. Then 11th unit is about adjustment of risk and uncertainty in capital budgeting decision. When we talk about future, can you predict your future? Tell me. Can you predict about your future? Can you say that whatever I'm predicting that is 100% sure? Can you say like this? The answer is no. Hana, you cannot predict it. Correct? You cannot say what will happen tomorrow. Yes. So every business, when they are predicting about the future cost revenues, at that time they are also going to adjust risk. Risk they can face from government, yes, from different laws, from society, yes, because of natural disaster. There are different types of risk present. Yes, so as a businessman, you cannot say that we are not going to face any risk. Always, when you are estimating about your future outcome, you need to adjust the risk. At least if you cannot predict 100%, at least you need to tell about the probabilities, correct, so that you can recover from those risks. So that is what we are going to talk about in unit 11, adjustment of risk and uncertainty. Some risks are uncertain which you cannot predict it, correct. So that is your 11th unit. And 12th unit is your last unit from your module B, that is your decision making. Now, decision making means you have seen about revenues. Yes, what are the revenues you are going to generate? Yes, of what amount you are investing and what are the revenues you are generating. Till now, you are comparing these two things. But when we are talking about business, which you want to start, in that you are going to see different aspects also. Like you have fixed cost, variable cost. Yes, you have production departments also, activity based costing, break even points, contribution. So we need to adjust those things also. So that is what decision making, that is what your decision making is covering. So this is your last unit from your module B. This unit is again your theory and numerical. From this from this 8th unit till your 12th unit, you are going to see theory as well as numericals. Yes, so we are going to cover both the things. So this is about your module B. Now, coming to your next module, that is your module C, valuation, mergers and acquisition. Let me give you an example. Recently, sorry, recently Reliance Geo, yes, acquired Disney Hotstar. Yes, you must have seen this type of acquisition. Yes, where one company is acquiring another company. So, how the companies are acquiring each other? Is it that much simple? The answer is no. At the time when you are purchasing one good, at that time you are doing so many research. Yes, suppose if you want to purchase vehicle, suppose if you want to purchase one car, what you will do? Can you just directly visit to that showroom and you can purchase it? No. First, you will ask for the brochure. Yes, you will do the analysis. You will compare two, three cars, and then after month, 2 month, you will take the decision, Hana, that which car we are going to purchase. Means if you're purchasing one small car, at that time also when we are doing this much research, so just think about it, when companies are purchasing one more company, yes, when companies are purchasing one more company, so they also require to do so much research. Correct. So how to do that research, how to value the companies, whether we are paying whatever amount that is worthy or not. We cannot overpay to any company and we cannot underpay to any company. Yes, so we need to calculate the correct true value of your companies. And as a buyer, as a buyer, how much we are paying, yes, that is also we are going to see whether we are going to pay with the cash, whether we are going to pay with the shares. So all these things we are going to cover under module C. Again, if you talk about your module C as overall unit, here you will see theory as well as numericals. Yes, and you can expect 25 marks approx in your exam. In exam, they can ask case studies They can ask numerical questions without option also. And remaining exam pattern is going to be similar, like your MCQs match the following. Yes. So now let's talk about one by one about each unit. So first one you can see that is corporate valuation. Corporate means about your company valuation. What is the value of Reliance industry? When you are valuing the Reliance industry, that time you're going to use this term, corporate valuation. Then we have different ways to value any company. That is what we are going to see here. Then next is your discounted cash flow method. Means when you are using that present value future value concept and you are valuing any company, yes, that time you will say you're using discounted cash flow valuation. And what if we cannot calculate any present value and future value, means we cannot value any company. No, you can value the companies with this next unit, that is other non DCF valuation models. Means here you will value the companies with non discounted methods. At that time you will never going to use time value of money, no future values, no present values. Correct. We have other methods which you are going to see here, that is non DCF models. Then some special cases of valuation. Nowadays if you see any company, they are having intangible assets. Can you tell me what are intangible assets or any example related to intangible assets? Yes, Mega ma'am. Can you tell me what are the examples of intangible assets? Other candidates, you can also share your answer. Very good. Like goodwill. Very good, Amandeep ji. Very good. What about others? So intangible assets means what? Intangible asset means where you cannot touch it. Yes, where you cannot see their physical presence, but they will benefit your business, like trademark. Yes, like goodwill, copyright, patent. Yes, all these things are your intangible assets. Correct. Apart from this, we are going to talk about some startup companies. Yes. Now, what are startup companies? How we are going to classify it? We are going to cover this in your module D, in your last module. Correct. So, all these things we are going to value in this particular special cases of valuation, because nowadays we have so many, different types of cases, special cases. We are not doing any traditional business nowadays now. So as per advancement in our business, we need to use advanced concept also. Correct. So that is your unit 16. Then 17 is your very important unit, that is merger acquisition and restructuring. Means when one company is acquiring next company, how they are acquiring, what are the types of mergers you can see, you have acquisition, or what are the formation you can see. Yes, what are the ways through which you can see corporate restructuring. So this is your unit 17. And in your previous to previous attempt they have created case study based on this unit. Yes, so I will be discussing the case study which they have framed in your previous to previous attempt in our session paid class also. Then next is your unit 18, that is deal structuring and financial strategies. Correct. How you are dealing finally. Yes, how the companies are going to enter into an agreement that yes, now we are ready to sell our business to you. So what compensation you will receive. That is what your last unit 18 is going to talk about. So this is about your module C, valuation, mergers, and acquisition. Yes, and this module is your new module. Okay, like your module A, that is a very, you can say, a day-to-day type of a module. Yes, because you know about management. Every day you are dealing with your management, so you can link very easily. Module B, already you have seen so many topics in your JIB. But module C, this is totally new module. valuation, mergers, and acquisition. So we require much more time for this particular module. Yes. Now, coming to our last module, that is your module D, emerging business solutions. Yes, emerging business solutions. Nowadays you're seeing advanced type of businesses. Yes, you are seeing startup business. You must have heard about angel investors, private equity, venture capitalist, AIs, artificial intelligence, robots we are using. Yes, then we are going to see about sustainable financing. So all this advanced type of business that we are observing nowadays. So what all these businesses are, that is what we are going to deal in our module D. But what is the use? Why we are reading as a banker? है ना? In banks we have our bank. Yes, so what is the need of reading this particular module? Because see, in your banks you have your way of working, है ना? That is a very, you can say, uh, traditional way of working you are following, where you have hierarchy and you have your you can say policies, regulations, correct? But in your bank, customers are coming, and those customers are asking about loan. Yes, and at the time of asking about loan, you are going to ask them about the documents. Yes, you will collect the documents. You will ask what business you are doing. Hana, you will get the details about balance sheet, about P&L, what type of business they are doing. So if they are saying that we are, as a customer, they are saying we are doing startup, and if you don't know the meaning of startup, yes, then that will lead to a greater, conflict in your organization, because might be you are issuing a wrong amount. Yes, because you don't know what that they are doing, what type of a business they are doing, correct? So at least in depth we are not reading, we are just seeing the overview, correct? We are understanding what are the ways through which any business can be done. So that is why this module D is here. That is emerging business solutions. So we will be starting with unit 19. That is your hybrid finance. Yes, hybrid finance is the unit in which you will see theory as well as only two or three your numerical part. Rest of this unit is your theory unit. Again, in this module you will talk about equity, debt, preference, yes, etc. Again, you will be talking about how you are going to see the funds in this modern time, in this emerging business time, correct? Next, startup finance. You must have heard about Shark Tank, है ना? You must have seen there that that sorry, boat owner is coming. So many different investors are sitting and they are analyzing the businesses. Yes, pitch presentation is going on. They're discussing what product they are manufacturing. So ultimately, every type of business which you can see over there, they are doing some new type of a business. Yes, innovative business they are doing. So that is what startup. But as per the rules and regulations, we have some criteria. Yes, who can be known as startup? So that we will be reading under this. And along with this, we will be talking about applicability, about startup, plus government actually introduced so many schemes plus policies. Yes, government is actually supporting this type of new businesses. So we have so many different programs, schemes. That is what we are going to cover under unit 20. That is your startup finance. Then next, private equity and venture capital. Nowadays you must have heard about that we are private equity investor, but what is the meaning of it? We are venture capitalist. Arey, but what is the meaning of it? Venture capitalists, private equities, they all are investing in any business. Like banks, they are supporting the businesses now, but they are not investors. They are yes, they are loan providers. But what is the difference between the loan providers and this investors? We will be covering in this particular unit. Then AI, artificial intelligence, robots we are using. Yes, we are using AI, Chat GPT. Yes, Gemini. So all these things we are going to use in our business nowadays. So how these things are supporting in our business, that is what unit 22, AI is our unit. Then 23, business analytics as management tool. Here we are going to talk about different types of business analytics, how you can check your businesses, how you can identify your business working. Yes, that is what you are going to do, the analysis part. You are going to check your business is working. Then next one is your green and sustainable financing. Nowadays, you must have heard about now that we are producing sustainable products. So, what all the sustainable products are? We are providing sustainable services. What is that? Yes, that electronic vehicles you must have heard. EV, scooty we have now. Yes, cars we can see. So, what all these things are? Yes, how the government is supporting. Even in this, we have one financing part. That is what we are going to see under green and sustainable financing. And your last unit is going to be your special purpose acquisition companies. This is your SPAC company. This is your advanced type of business. And we are going to cover and we are going to cover this unit 25 as a SPAC company. And with this, we will be completing our ABFM. So these are the four modules which we will be covering in your ABFM session. Yes, concepts, practice, MCQ practice, numerical practice, and how to use calculator. Yes, calculators are allowed in your exam. So how to use it? Because for solving numericals, we require calculators. So how to use those calculators? What are the tricks we have? Everything we are going to cover in this particular session, in this particular batch only. Yes, so today is our first orientation batch in which I have given you the introduction part. Yes, this batch is your introductory part, and this batch is our common session which is going on our paid class, as well as this is available on our YouTube also. So as a YouTube candidate, if you want to join our batch, so this is our Officers Pro batch, which is specifically designed for CIB December 25. Now in this batch, you will receive online live class, mock test, ebooks. Yes, you will also get the Telegram group so that you can join that Telegram group. If when you are doing any self study, if you're facing any issue, you can solve with us. So that is the benefit of joining this Officers Pro batch, because now you have only August, September, and October and November. Only 4 months are there. In that 4 months, you need to cover your four compulsory subjects. Yes, so this is the last conceptual batch in which you can cover it, because your subjects, your topics are very lengthy. If you think you can cover in just 1 month, that is impossible. You can just do the revision, and revision you can do only and only when you have read your concepts, when you have your strong concepts, when you have already practiced your concepts. Yes, so try to join live classes for each and every subject, as well as try to do the self study whenever you receive your time, like utilizing your Saturdays, utilizing your Sundays. Yes, some holidays if you receive, try to utilize it. Yes, so this is your Officers Pro batch through which you can clear your concepts, you can do your practice, and you can do your self study as well. Okay, but remember, if you want to enroll in this particular batch, you need to use Y895 so that you can receive maximum discount. Okay, so for maximum discount, this is your coupon code Y895. Okay, so if you have any query, you can ask me now. Or if you want to discuss anything, you can ask me now. Okay, so I think everything is clear. Okay, so we will be starting this ABFM from 1st August. Okay, so at that time we are going to start with your module B. So remember, when you are joining for our next class, you are going to bring your notepad, yes, one pencil, one pen, and calculator. Basic calculator, no scientific calculators. Yes, basic calculator is allowed. So with this, as you don't have any doubts, so let's wind up this session then. So thank you everyone for joining. Take care and bye bye. Good night, everyone.